Brothers and sisters, hey, what's going on? And I hope everybody's doing great. My leaders and teachers, family, brothers and sisters, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view, man, thank you. I salute. And if you alive and breathing, guess what? Man, we are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. And I will always honor thy ancestors, brother and sister, who are generals. They got many of us in the great divine space that we are in. And hard truth, real truth. Man, once we get that in our subconscious, get it in our system and incorporate it into our lives, once we are locked in, nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. When you have a strong psyche, as I always talk about, when you're full of knowledge, you got that power deep within, going up and down our spine. When I say up and down our spine, because our spine leads to the back of our brain, the stem of our brain. So that's why it's important to take care of the body too, so we can keep that spine straight, so we can keep that divine power going up and down our spine, all through our body. And there's a lot of things that we have to do to stay clear, so we can see clear on this path. We have to be open for knowledge and, take hard truth, And it was a time when it was, and I'm sure a lot of us have been through this. Salute the real, firm, righteous brothers and sisters that stand firm today. We've come through those hard truths, and there's still a lot of hard truth today. That's why I put that at the beginning of my title, hard truth. Once we, conquer that hard truth, because it's good to get positive energy and get good energy from leaders and teachers. Salute the real leaders and teachers, and that's in our families too. Emphasis on real, because that's a rarity these days. Being real is like gold. It's more than just throwing that word around. We got to feel it in the pit of our soul. It just makes for a better life when you're real, deep within. I always say deep because that gets said a lot too. But when you up in levels, in this life, age of or self-awareness, you will know why we hear that so much when we actually live in it. Now, let's get back to the hard truth. Now, hard truth could be many things. Hard truth could be about ourselves, things in the world, person, place, thing. Treat this life like a noun, separate it, dissect it. As I learned from a great teacher, learn to look in things and not just at it. And that's TV, celebs, social media, influencers. I always say, if we're breeding righteous circles and we're looking to have righteous hunger, and we don't like drama, and we refuse to be in any kind of toxicity, if we have none of those things either inside of us or before us, or we're not in toxic circles, we'll automatically know who the righteous brothers and sisters are. But we can't be mixed up in clouds and clout chasing and gossiping and peeking and sneaky, and it's ridiculous, especially if you call yourself a righteous brother or sister. That great divine Mother Nature, the universe, will always pull out what's inside of us. I say that a lot, and that's good or bad. Whatever kind of force is out there, as a lot of us teachers say, or should I say some of us say, many labels you can put on that God force, but we all know that there's a force out there. When you do certain things, whether sneaky or out in public, there's some kind of power in the universe that draws it out. Especially if it's really bad and it needs to be heard, needs to be exposed, it will get exposed. So, that's why we stay away from entertainment. We can be entertained by some things, but we got to be in that learning mode, especially in these times. Social media is a more bigger distraction than any distraction we ever had in our lives. So you better fight that battleground. You better fight in that battlefield. Where's that battlefield? In our psyche. Conquer that there. You'll be able to conquer anything. And when you keep yourself in an anticipation mode, it makes for less stress. Anticipation. I don't know if I said that right. Anticipation mode is the best thing one can do for oneself. And, listen to knowledge, incorporate it into our lives, the best way we can from our leaders and teachers out here. Salute. Be thankful for the real like-minded brothers and sisters out here that's reaching and teaching and giving us awareness and telling us things that we need to know, and helping us to see the bigger picture outside of this social media matrix, because that's what it's turning into. It's turning into a frenzy. It's turning into a clown fest. Again, we got the real ones out there now. Not talking about the real, righteous content creators. And I wanted to talk about, it's on my banner here. And I talked about having the spirit of a tiger. And it's actually here on my podcast, having the spirit of a tiger. And just in one's opinion, I think the tiger is more powerful than the lion, just in my opinion. Did a little research on it. And one of the spirits of a tiger is being shrewd. And use our shrewdness against the enemy, not against our own. We treat our own a different way, unless they're just utterly no good, rotten to the pit of the soul, toxic. We just ignore them. Those that's like that don't want to learn. Set them off to the side. As I always say, let that higher force, great divine, deal with them, because we have better things we have more clearer things, more important things that we really have to be focused on, especially if we got what? Children, family, significant other. You hear me say that a lot. Always and forever, keep a family spirit. I will always say that, because it keeps us from what, folks? From being selfish. Focus on the things that we can control, and always have ourselves in a ready state, man. Because when you stay ready, as I said, we don't have to what? You fill in the rest the best way we can. That's why we have to keep ourselves in the learning mode and hungry and looking for knowledge. We won't miss things, and when things hit us, whatever that is, it won't be as bad because we have prepared ourselves, as many of us teachers say, mentally, physically, and you already know what else. We hear these things a lot, but it's time to start incorporating them in our lives. And that goes for me too. And I have, that's why I say salute to the reachers and teachers. That's in my family too. Truths I have took in, some easy, some hard. That's why I put hard truth beginning of my title. But once we go through that hard truth and we study ourselves, because it all starts with self. It's always going to start with self. Once we got ourselves figured out and we're ready and we feel that great divine spirit and we see those signs that we know we on the right path, I'm telling you, once we locked in, brothers and sisters, you already know what I'm talking about, being locked into that great divine zone. I'm telling you, nothing can stop us when we are solid. I mean, truly solid with that godly spirit within, and everything else will fall into place. Now, I used to say, God, believing in that higher force, great divine, and wrapping ourselves in Mother Nature. It's not a soft thing. It's not like we're floating on some cloud. No, we also have to be a realist at the same time, because I don't want to, we have to be careful. We can't just, I believe in God, everything will be fine, nothing to happen. We can't think like that, because our real God is a true God and a real God, not a soft God, and it will give us a spiritual spanking from time to time and will bring reality in our lives, so don't be floating on no cloud and think, and God will be with us. Great divine walks with us and have been with a lot of us since we were children. But that great divine spirit also teaches us reality and to not live in a false sense of reality. As I said, God's not a soft thing. The real God now, we feel it in our gut. We see the signs. That's when we truly know that we're connected to a higher power. When we see those signs, we see results in ourselves, in others, family, children, significant other, brothers and sisters, once we see those and we keep seeing it over and over, I always say, if you're righteous, you automatically on the right path. If you have good things within, no malice, hate, jealousy, envy, any of those things that is poison, that will blind us from things we need to see down the road. Because, man, those that have a heightened self-awareness, we can almost see the future, because that great divine will drop that spirit in us. And I'm telling you, the most important reason of all to stay connected, and I'll get back to my banner and the tiger thing. I really wasn't done. But the most important reason why we have to connect to a God spirit within, because it'll lead us to a lot of things, not just a good vibration or inspiring someone to do something in their lives. It makes us think about things, It puts us in a space where we're looking to outside of our own lives and stepping into the new. It's just when, like I say, when you're clout chasing and you're wrapped up in subscribers and views and all this social media matrix, when the shit goes down, when the shit hit the fan, so to speak, those that's living for this social media, they're gonna be taken back, gonna be like a crackhead having withdrawal. So that's why God gave us the spirit of solitude and meditation and stepping back from things and observing. That's why I say I'm an observer. They could shut this shit down right now. I would not give a damn. I really wouldn't, because I don't lose myself. And there's a lot of us out here like this, brothers and sisters, that's reachers and teachers. Salute. We could care less. We do what we do while we got it. That's why you have to appreciate what we have, because that great divine will allow this shit to be taken down and will show that it has that power. And it ain't got nothing to do, of course, the enemy, the entity, the evil entities of the world, of course, they controlling some of this. But guess what? Only because that great divine allows it. But at the end of the day, we got to keep that great divine confidence within. Don't you dare let fear seep in. No, you look for solutions. You stand strong with your family. I don't care what we have to do, how we feel, how this thing's coming at us, this world. No, we stand firm, especially those that have been through the fire. We've come too freaking far. The great divine didn't bring us to this point now to stop. It got all of us in the position that we are in at this moment for a reason. And I truly feel this in the pit of my soul. And I've always felt this. Again, as I said on a few podcasts a few months back, but I live in the Milltown now. I stay in D-Town, Illinois, But I always felt this magnetic pull that I was supposed to move to Milltown. And we all have had these moments in our lives. That's what make me know that we will conquer this evil entity, whatever this is in this atmosphere. We will conquer it. Because, again, think of the things in our lives. I'm not just talking about personal things. I'm talking about anything. Just think of all the things that we always thought were impossible, and we made it through. So what make this time now any different? So just do the best we can, listen to knowledge, take in hard truths, see through our own feelings and emotions, so we can be ready for whatever, but keep that great divine in there and stand firm. Don't you ever let fear seep in, because when you let fear seep in, you miss out on things, It don't mean that we're tough or we're hard, nothing like that. No, it's just keeping our eyes open, Let that great divine be our vision. Let that great divine lead us, Has the great divine ever led us astray? I'll wait. Having that God spirit within ever led us in the wrong direction? I'm talking about if we really, really have it. Has it ever led us in the wrong direction? I'll wait. Anybody that's got a true God spirit within should know this. So don't ever let things before us scare us. How can we move forward? How can we take care of things if we get all scared and fearful inside? Now, again, but we do have to take hard truths. And some things will bring some concern. That's a natural human reaction. Of course, we're going to get a little concern and little things that get in us. But that's why we study thyself and we research things, so we can be ready for whatever that comes. I'm telling you, one main thing is don't be wrapped up in this social media shit, because I'm telling you, then that way we won't be caught off guard. But there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that wouldn't be affected if we happen to lose the internet or whatever, That's why I say don't lose ourselves in it. That's why we have to put out good information. Don't waste this time that we have on the social media and in the world in general. Real talk. Hard truth, must be taken. Once we can accept hard truth about oneself and other things in the world, once we locked in, nothing can stop us. We locked into that divine zone. We're accepting truth, and we know who we are. We know where we're going. We know what we need. Not the wants. We know what we need. Man, we'll be fine. Just stay aware, stay on point. Don't, because some of us work and your kids going to school and stuff like that. But always have pockets of solitude so we can take moments and think outside of this whole so-called matrix world, quotation marks. Because again, when you're on the outside of it, you see it all. So be on the outside of this BS so we can be ready for whatever comes. Because I will never stop having this in one spirit. And this is a protection spirit for all those, my family, children, brothers and sisters in the world or online. I'm telling you, great divine guidance. Real talk. Now, again, like I say, don't put ourselves in a false sense of reality, though. Know that there is reality. I don't want to, like I say, don't ever put ourselves where we're floating on this cloud and, we can't live like that either. But keep that God spirit within, but accept hard truths. And once we accept a hard truth, if it's if it's real truth, and something that benefit us and that help us to see clear, we accept that hard truth, whatever that is, so we can move on and stay the generals that a lot of us are on this spiritual divine walk. And I want to go back to my banner here. And like I said, I studied, matter of fact, I'll put it in the end screen. And I studied the spirit of a tiger. Have the spirit of a tiger. No, a tiger, the tiger, I said, I've said it before, but the tiger is actually bigger than the lion, and it has a lot of different qualities than the lion. And as I said, the research that I have done, the tiger walks alone, but we don't stay alone. Of course, we connect to brothers and sisters, our family, if we have it, children. I'm not saying stay alone all the time. I'm just saying in certain aspects, the tiger walks alone. And that's a very powerful thing when you can walk alone, when you don't need validation, and you truly are living and working and speaking for that great divine and Mother Nature. When you are truly doing those things, man, you are truly locked in and you won't be stopped. We won't be stopped, can't be stopped. Once we locked into that hard truth and that deep divine spirit within, nothing can stop us, brothers and sisters. I've lived this. A lot of us have lived this. We just got to keep moving, Can't be distracted by all this BS. It's so much BS out here. It is freaking ridiculous. These celebrities, like I said, celebrities and politics gone wild. We got to pay attention to the underlying things that are going on, not this shit above. Real talk. And a lot of us see it. We really do. So I'm just thankful for my family, leaders and teachers I have learned from, whether in the world or online, hard truths, maybe some easy, some hard, you got to take them hard truths sometimes. Sometimes those hard truths touch that nerve, that's when we'll find out who we are. When we hear hard truths about either the world or ourselves and it touch that nerve, that's when you'll find out who you are, And I've heard a lot of hard truths, from my family, like I said, leaders and teachers, maybe in the world, online, because I listen. And what happens when we listen, brothers and sisters? We learn and, we incorporate it into our lives, and we miss a lot of shit when we listen and learn. Real talk. So that's why I choose the tiger spirit, because the tiger is very strong and not putting the lion down. I've mentioned this before, not putting the lion down, but to me, my opinion, the lioness, the female lion, does all the work. The male lion don't do shit. As I said, lay around and screw and make cubs, make babies. That's what a lion does to me. It might hunt every now and then, but we all know, if we do your research, the lioness, female lion, does all the work. So and that's why I don't like using, I'm not nothing against nobody else that does, but I know a lot of people use the lion as a representation of something strong, which it is. But the tiger is stronger and bigger. If you research it, tiger is either 2 or 3 times bigger than the lion, and the tiger walks alone. It doesn't walk in a pack, but it can be with a pack. You know what I mean? So, and this is a quote I actually heard. It's not my quote, and I said it because I did another podcast about having the spirit of a righteous spirit of a wolf. Same thing with the tiger, righteous spirit of a wolf. Because if you do your research on a wolf, now there are bad things. Now I know that's the wolf gets a bad rap, but if you do your research on it, the wolf has good qualities, and the wolf is only the way it is because of its habitat, its nature it lives in. But really, a wolf isn't bad. It's just, I'm telling you, that's how this world is. It'll make things look bad that really aren't. So having a righteous wolf spirit, really isn't bad. You have to look it up and see the qualities. And I can't remember all the qualities, but some of them were like family orientated. Wolves are very organized. They work in a group. They have unity. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of good things, but wolves aren't really bad. But in the movies, they will make you think that they are, but they really are not. They're just animals of nature. That's it. So I just want to throw that in there, and it kind of relates to my tiger, having a righteous tiger spirit. So, a tiger can be very shrewd, and I'm telling you, that's in there. It was in the definition. And a tiger is, like I say, is like a lone wolf, to be honest, but it can also run with the pack. And that's beautiful when we can do that. When we can like blend in the internal with the external, and just have a sense of balance. Again, take in them hard truths. We have to listen to knowledge from brothers and sisters, because none of us know everything. We can learn a little bit from everybody. That's how we're going to be able to stand and fight in this spiritual war that we are in, whether we know it or not, because it begins with self, because if you don't win that battle within, I hate to sound like a broken record, you ain't going to be able to withstand shit on the outside. Real talk. So always be looking to soak up knowledge, and that's whatever that is. Not just know one thing. Broaden our mind, whatever knowledge that is, especially if it has to do with life or transitioning, with our life. It's detrimental. Listen to that knowledge. Even if it feels some kind of concern, if you feel just a little bit of fear, deal with it. We can't just shy away from things. Just because we shy away from hard truths, that don't mean it's going to go away. So we have to face it and deal with it. And that's for me too now. I just wanted to give a little encouragement. Stay up, listen to our leaders and teachers and those in our families that are wise, that's telling us things that can help us along the way in the present and or the future. Because I haven't said in a while that I say all the time, what we do righteous in the present will always and forever benefit us in the future. Hands down, So that's my thought. And like I say, be willing to take those hard truths so we can see clear and see through this social media matrix. Because all I see in my family, my children, brothers and sisters in the world or online, all I see is leaders and teachers and generals. We are not followers. Remember, we're going to change that damn narrative. We are too powerful. We are too freaking powerful for that. We are leaders and teachers. I don't care. Wherever space we're in. It's all how we feel about oneself. Man, tell yourself you're powerful. I don't give a damn. You're powerful. We're parallel with that God, the righteous brothers and sisters out here. So that's my thought. And again, we ready for hard truths. Take them in, because truth's not always easy. But when we can accept it, man, we have gained momentum. And I'm telling you, when we're locked in to that great divine zone and we lose ourselves in Mother Nature, I'm telling you, nothing could ever stop us. So that's my thought. Thank those for coming in. Current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view, I appreciate you. And may that great divine bliss or bless you in your life. Leaders and teachers, my real like-minded content creators out there, the real ones, emphasis on real. May that great divine bliss or bless you in your life. And the same with my family. Salute. I honor my family. I honor your family. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.